Sit back and relax. That's right. You're listening to The Bob and Katie Show.
Welcome, everybody, to The Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob.
Why do you sound so sad?
You know, the whole reason I sent you a message today and I was like, let's do a podcast was because I was having a really bad day. It seemed like nothing was going right. Nothing was playing out the way that I wanted it to. So my thought process was I was just going to get on here tonight and just start bashing people. But I've calmed down a little bit.
Who are you going to be bashing?
I don't know. People at Walmart. People at Walmart aggravate me so bad. The Walmart here is small and it's really busy. And for some reason, the people think they can just go in there and stand in the middle of the aisles and talk about things.
Not to mention this, our local Walmart has probably the worst customer service of any Walmart I've ever been into.
I'm not even talking about the people that work there. I'm talking about the shoppers. So there was a lot of stuff in the news that we could talk about. You interested?
I'm sorry, I had to burp.
You always have to burp while I'm talking. Stop.
Well, I paused, so you would pause, so you could, edit it out.
I'm not going to edit that out.
Why? Yes, you are.
You learn how to suck it up. Burp louder for everybody to hear it.
Just hold it in.
People know. We're 15, 16 episodes into it. Everybody out there is like, wow, Katie's not as sane, cool, calm, and collective as we thought.
I don't know what you're talking about.
People have had a peek into the craziness that is Katie.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm delightful.
Delightful, she says. All right. The first thing I saw in the news today tickled me pink. Just tickled me pink.
Well, please enlighten me on what this is that tickled you so.
So Kanye West.
Oh, where he said he was like a rock star. He was like the world's greatest rock star or something like that.
No, I didn't hear about that. What is that about? That actually works really well with what I'm going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
No, tell me what you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm scrolling through Facebook and I saw this. It was the headline. I didn't read into it because I really don't care much about Kanye.
He was performing and he's got this humongous stage, big enough for a marching band.
Mm-hmm. It was the BET Awards, I believe.
I don't know. I didn't read into it that much.
It was one of the award shows. I didn't watch it.
You know what? It probably was because it was lit up that way. So anyways, in the middle of his performance, someone ran up on stage and interrupted him.
No, are you serious?
So the headline...
How did I not hear about this?
The headline read, Kanye West got Taylor Swift.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny.
And his unprofessional self had to stop the song and start over.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It made me feel good.
That's so funny. Oh, wow.
What else? I went and saw Jurassic World last night, and that was unbelievable.
Don't spoil it for me, because I want to see it.
Well, okay, so I went with Tim, and I think he's gone 5 times. He's seen it a whole bunch. He really, really loves it. And there at the end, he apparently hit me in the shoulder at some point, but I don't remember it. He got really excited. I'm not going to tell you why, because it's definitely a spoiler.
Yeah, don't tell me. Don't spoil it for me.
But it was great. Since we've had the babies, we don't watch movies a whole lot more. We just don't have that kind of time. Especially movies that are really intense. So, that feeling you get when you're watching a scary movie and something's about to happen? That's how I felt for an hour.
On the edge of your seat.
When I got out of there, I thought I was going to puke. I didn't hardly talk on the ride home, you know what I mean? And I'm sure Tim was sitting there going, I don't think he liked this movie. I felt sick to my stomach. Not because of the graphics or anything, just because over the past 9 months.
Your adrenaline's pumping the whole time.
It was insane. The movie was so good.
I've been in movies like that, and probably more so at the theater than suspenseful and intense, and you realize after you get out of there that your muscles, your whole body was tensed up the whole time.
But yeah, it was crazy good.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to go see it again at IMAX. You interested in going? I'll try to talk him into it.
Well, allowing me to go?
Yeah, allowing you to go.
Jeez.
No, he asked me if I wanted to go. He didn't, I'm sure I could sweet talk him.
No.
Maybe we'll,
we'd have to get a babysitter.
We can get a babysitter. We'll find a babysitter. It was really good. I think it's setting all kinds of money records, too. It was really good. What else do we got? Okay, do you remember that show? What was the show, with the kids, the crazy, like, Italian kids? That had the short little girl that got it. Oh my, what is that movie or show called?
Do you remember the Jersey Shore?
Jersey Shore. Okay, so you know the guy, like one of the main characters, Mike? I never watched the show. You watched the show some, didn't you?
Yeah, that was years ago.
Okay, so he was called
not Paulie.
Not Paulie.
What was his nickname? He had a nickname.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember.
So
I know who you're talking
anyways,
about. Yeah.
I should have wrote the notes down better. He is in court right now for tax evasion. $8.9 million.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Which is bad enough, you know. That's a pretty bad situation. Situation is his name.
The situation. Yep.
So
that's right. I knew he had a nickname.
The reason the $8.9 million in tax fraud that he's in court for wasn't even the reason that the news popped up. He's not paying his lawyer. So the lawyer went to the court and was like, I want out. This dude's not giving me any money. So he's
oh my gosh.
He's $8.9 million
nothing, basically.
in the hole with the government, and he's not giving his lawyer any money. He's got himself in quite a situation. Warren Sapp. Did you hear about him?
No.
Yeah, he's probably not going to be on NFL Network this year.
Why?
He beat the crap out of his girlfriend. Like, bad.
Oh, come on, dude.
I think he stepped on her head at some point.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come on,
And he's such a nice dude. Like, on TV, he's, like, really playful and, you know, funny all the time.
Yeah, he seems really nice. And definitely not the domestic violence vibe coming from him.
I don't know the story exactly. They were out in a casino or a restaurant or something, somewhere out in public, and got into it. And then they got in the car and, like, fought in the car. She kicked him out of the car at some point.
Well, at least it wasn't an elevator this time, I guess. Like, really, like, last year, there was so much regarding domestic violence and football players. Yeah. And it's like, come on.
I mean, like, he's not going to get fined because he's not a football player.
Yeah, but
he is an announcer, you know, or, you know, like, whatever it's called. He hosts the shows. You don't think they're going to let him continue to host, right?
Probably not. They don't play around with that stuff.
It's insane.
But
like,
yeah,
that's crazy.
He'll be fired.
The only other thing I saw was, this has been in the news for a while, but it still blows my mind. 40 women so far have come out saying they were, like, sexually assaulted by Bill Cosby.
Jeez Louise, man.
It's back.
Come on, Bill. Come on now.
Like
40?
Do you think he used any of those cheesy lines when he was trying to, like, pick these women up?
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm talking about. I can't do a Bill Cosby impression. Why don't you try it?
I can't do impressions.
Yeah, you can. Say there's always room for Jell-O. Do it. Go ahead.
No,
Come on. If I do it, will you do it?
No.
You just disappointed the whole world out there. Everybody's on the edge of their seats.
I'm so sorry.
Man, come on.
No, I'm not doing it. You know I can't do impressions. You've heard me try.
I can't even say it. I say impersonations. I can't do no impersonations. But the reason he's in the news is because apparently some tabloid or somewhere is trying to dig up a case that he was in 2004. Some case with some woman, and apparently they settled outside of court, but his, like
he paid her off or something?
Right. But his, we had this problem earlier when I couldn't think of a word. He basically said, I'll pay you off in this condition. That everything in the court documents could be sealed and never released.
Like she had to sign
his conditions.
A confidentiality
right
agreement or whatever it's called.
The news people
I can't think of words right now.
The news people are trying to get the information out of the sealed documents. And his lawyer basically said to the public that if it got out, it would be very, very embarrassing and could hurt his family. And you know what? Stop breaking the law.
Worse than 40 women coming forward saying they were sexually assaulted. That's so disappointing. I grew up watching The Cosby Show, and I was like, I can't even I can't even wrap my head around that.
So what kind of money as a woman, if you don't know that Bill Cosby's like crazy. We don't know that for sure. We're just speaking in hypotheticals. Bill Cosby is,
It's like the first one that came forward. I was like, no, she's lying. She's trying to get some money.
that's the pudding pop guy.
Yeah, it's a Bill Cosby. Like, he's just such, like, it's complete embodiment of a family man, or at least, in my mind.
Yeah, it's Dr. Huxtable. Huxtable?
Huxtable.
Huxtable. Cliff.
I mean, yeah, I was like, no. And then, like, it was more and more and more, and I'm like, ooh, maybe he did do something wrong.
40 women, right? One or two of those got to be telling the truth. Okay, so here's the deal. This is what happens, right? You don't know that Bill Cosby is a womanizer, rapist, whatever they're saying he is. You don't know that. But he comes up to you and you're starstruck, right? So, oh, wow, it's Bill Cosby. And he's like, hey, want some pudding? And, like, you take pudding from this man and you eat some.
He's, like, walking around with pudding, like, in his pocket or something?
Yeah, sure, why not? He's the pudding king. So you eat some pudding.
I don't know if he walks around with pudding, though.
You eat some pudding from Bill Cosby, and the next thing you know, you wake up in the back of a van on a tear-stained mattress. All right? Things got crazy really fast. How much money...
So you're saying this pudding is, like, laced?
Something, yeah.
Okay.
I would take pudding from Bill Cosby if he offered me some. Like, how do you not? Like, that's the story you want to tell everybody.
How do you not trust Bill Cosby?
Hey, what'd you do this weekend? Ate some pudding with Bill Cosby. But you wake up, you're on the tear-stained mattress in the back of the van. He's like, get out.
There was roofies in my pudding.
So, how much money does it take for you not to go, Bill Cosby raped me in the back of a van?
He drugged me. He drugged me with pudding. I don't even know.
It looks like that van you see on the internet, the one that says free candy on the side. How much money does it take for you not to tell the world that?
Oh my God. I don't know. I mean, I've never been in a situation even remotely close to that, so I don't even know.
Katie's like, well, one time a bug flew in my mouth. That's about the closest I've ever gotten to being molested.
I can't even fathom how, like, emotionally scarred I would be.
I don't even know that I would cry at first. I would just sit on the corner going,
what happened?
There's no way that just happened. That was Bill Cosby. We were laughing. He gave me some pudding. And then no, something's wrong. This really didn't just happen.
I think it would take a lot of money for, like, okay, you want to settle this, you don't want to go to jail, and you want me to be quiet, you better pay up, Puddin' Man.
Oh, man. It would take a lot of money, that's for sure. Probably not if it was me. I'm not telling anybody I got raped. Like, women get raped all the time, but, like, if Bill Cosby raped me, I'm not telling anybody. I don't even know that I'd go to the police. That's embarrassing. They'd be like, so Bob, what happened now? You say Bill Cosby raped you in the back of a van?
But, it's just as wrong if it happens to a man. Men can get raped. I've seen it on Law and Order.
I thought you were about to be like, I've seen it happen before.
Oh, God, no.
You've seen it on Law and Order. If it's on TV, it must be true.
It's Law and Order SVU. I trust Olivia, okay?
Oh, I wish I had the little bump on.
I think subconsciously, like, that's why I picked Olivia as our daughter's middle name. Cause,
I'm going to edit that sound in.
I watched so much Law and Order SCU, like, while I was pregnant.
Okay. Before we get into the highly anticipated boob section of the podcast, I do have something I want to veer off and talk about real fast.
Sure.
There's a band called Foxing. Have you ever heard of them?
What did you say?
Foxing.
Foxing?
Yeah, like boxing, but with a fox. Foxing.
Is that like a thing? Is there a thing called foxing? Like, or is this just like something they made up? I'm really curious now because
okay, so
I think of like people like with foxes and they're like fighting,
like hunting with the like you think people
like you've got like this poor little creature by its tail and you're just like wham.
Okay,
this is
so
called foxing.
This is what we'll do. You grab your phone real quick. You Google foxing.
I'm gonna see if that's a thing or if they like just made it up.
Well, the band's gonna pop up because they're really big, but just try to see if there's like an event called Foxing and see what it is while I go through this stuff.
All right, sure.
Okay, so Foxing is a band. I believe they're out of Missouri. Well, I was speaking Missouri. I was speaking to the guitar player today, Ricky, and I think they're on tour, and last night while they were asleep, someone came and stole their trailer with all of their equipment in it.
Man, that sucks.
This isn't like a band that plays around local. You know what I mean? Like, this is a pretty big band. So they had thousands of dollars worth of stuff in this trailer. Their merch, personal items, their clothes got stolen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so it's just, it was just...
So, like, not only did all their crap get stolen, but now they gotta wear dirty clothes, like...
Maybe.
Because I'm sure they're out away from home, and all they have is the clothes they're wearing now. Ew, somebody get them some fresh underwear. That sucks. But, no, like, I obviously, I don't know these people personally, but that... I hate to hear about that. I can't stand a thief. That's just horrible. So, like, do they have to cancel all their shows?
I would imagine so. And they were on tour with another band. I can't remember. I think they're touring with Me Without You. Or Me Without You. I was like,
they're not touring with you.
me Without You. There was another band that they're traveling with, and it started with an L, and I can't remember what the name of the band was, but I think some of their stuff was in that trailer as well. So, yeah, I would imagine they're going to cancel some shows or...
So, it sounds to me that, like, if whoever did this, whoever stole it got caught, they're going to get charged with a felony because that's
easy.
Lot of...
Yeah.
It sounds like it was very valuable.
Well, I was looking, they posted a list online of everything that got stolen, and I know the bassist has easily $2,000 worth of stuff, just that one single guy. So anyways, the point is, go check these guys out on YouTube, Foxing, Foxing.
Send them clean underwear.
Yeah, send them some clean underwear.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't be like mailing underwear to their house.
They have a song called The Medic. Look that one up. It's pretty good. And if you like it, go to iTunes, Spotify, Triple Crown Records, and buy something. These guys are going to need some money to replace their equipment. So, did you find...
So, I did, okay.
Tell us what foxing is.
Foxing is a term describing the age-related spots and browning seen on vintage paper documents such as books, postage stamps, certificates, and so forth. The name may derive from the fox-like reddish-brown color of the stains or the rust chemical ferric oxide, which may be involved. Paper so affected is said to be foxed.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's what they named their band after. Okay, Ricky, this is what I need you to do. Shoot me a message and let me know if that's where you guys got the name from, and we'll talk about it on the next episode. You can also...
I learned something new today.
If you want, man, you can also give us a call to our voicemail, and we'll play it. If you want to put it up.
See, there's a positive out of every negative.
Yeah.
We turn this into a learning experience.
Keep talking. I can't find the number.
I'm sure that's no solace to them who, have their crap stolen. But, hey, I learned something new. I like to learn new things.
All right. That voicemail number is 910-294-0951. And anybody else can call us.
Yeah, that goes to anybody. Anybody can call us. We won't answer, I promise. That's not our phone number. That is not our phone number. We will not answer your call. It's just, what is it, Google?
It's like Google Voice. Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. Twins Magazine. It's been around for 31 years. It's the biggest magazine in that, what genre, I guess. They've been around for a super long time. And the other day, they shared our post, one that you put up, asking, I guess, moms. Tell us what you asked.
Yeah, I made a post on Facebook the other day out of just general curiosity and conversation that we've had, just inquiring about other people's experience, other people who have kids, or even if you don't have kids. It's mainly for women who, what comments have you gotten? What experiences have you had? Whether you breastfeed or bottle feed, what are some of the things people have said to you or whatnot? Both supporting nice things and, the not so nice things. I'm just curious because all I know is my own experience and the women that are very close to me. And I'm curious. I want to know things that other women have experienced. So, Twins Magazine was nice enough to share their post, and they have
it's unreal how many
thousands of followers on their Facebook page. We are both followers. Obviously, we keep up with the twin world. We connect with other twin parents. So yeah.
the traffic we got off of them sharing our post,
yeah, we got so much response.
Hands down, the biggest traffic that we've seen since we started. We had over 10,000 people view that post and a lot of responses. So thank you to everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
But,
Especially to everybody who responded and left us a comment, personal message, whatever. We really appreciate hearing from each and every person. I'm thankful that you took the time out of your busy day, your Facebooking, and, left us a comment. So thank you so much.
Okay, so we had a whole lot of comments. You wanted to go through some of them, right?
Just a few of my favorites, because there were so many. I'm not going to sit here and read every. If you want to know what all the comments said, go to our Facebook page and you can check it out and see all the comments for yourself.
Facebook.com/The Bob and Katie Show. Little shameless plug there. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay, one of my personal favorites out of all the comments, because this just, I guess because I could sort of relate, and it made me laugh so hard when I read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm going to kind of paraphrase, but it was a lady. She had twins, and she was feeding during the middle of the night. She was breastfeeding in the middle of the night, and her husband would always get up and help.
As a good husband should.
Yeah, and she always would breastfeed him at the same time. And this one night, she said she decided to... one woke up first, and she was going to go ahead and feed the one baby, and then feed the other one. Well, after she sat down to feed the first baby, the other one woke up and started crying, so she's trying to get her husband to go help. Hey, go get the other baby, and he's not wanting to wake up. So she finally gets him to wake up, and he comes over, and he hands her an imaginary baby. He says, "Here."
Like air.
Yeah, there was nothing there. He was not
So
I laughed so hard.
2 years ago, I would have been like, "There's no way that happened. That's crazy. She's making this stuff up." But if you've been listening to us the whole time, we've told this story already. There was one night that I got up to go make bottles, I guess, and I get over the sink, and in my mind, I'm like, "Okay, I'm pouring the milk," because you had pumped, and I'm pouring the milk into a bottle. But when I start pouring it, I realize it's brown and it's pouring all over my arm. I didn't grab milk. I grabbed a jug of tea and started pouring it into a cap.
Yeah.
I got it all over the place.
That's kind of what I thought of whenever I read that. It's like the funny things you do when you're so
you just don't have sleep.
Sleep deprived. And the
waking up
thing
every 2
about
hours.
the parents of singleton babies is that, you do have the ability to take turns. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's your turn to get up with the baby. Well, when you have more than one, you can't do that.
You don't. Okay, so I read one that I would like to can I talk about one? I mean, I know. I'm a fat guy. I got some boobs. Can I talk about
hang
this?
on. I've got one more.
Oh, okay.
This one's quick. Somebody had wrote and told us that a man told her that breast milk was hazardous and should not be kept in the fridge with other food items.
I mean, I always drink some of it first to make sure it's okay.
You do not. You're stop.
Everybody that's listening to this, as soon as I said that, they were all like, "Ooh, ooh."
It gagged a little bit. No, if breast milk was hazardous and should not be kept in the fridge with your other food items, we would have been dead a long time ago, because there is always some breast milk in our fridge.
That's right. So can I
who
do
comes
mine?
up with these things? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, so I'm not going to tell you the comment. What I'm going to kind of do is I'm going to take you on a journey, if you will.
Paint us a picture, if you will, Bob.
So what I need you to do is all the guys out there listening, I want you to pretend like you're a beautiful
All the
woman.
guys are probably like, "Oh my God, can we stop talking about breastfeeding?"
Pretend like you're a woman. You got long flowing hair. You've just you popped out a couple twins. Your whole life's changed. And,
I like how you say, "You just popped out a couple twins."
Just popped them out.
Like it's Pez. Like you're popping Pez out of a Pez dispenser.
Just like that. So, and you have a job, right? And you work a third shift or a really late shift. And you think to yourself, when I leave work tonight, I'm going to pump while I drive. That way, I'm not wasting that time. Because when you sit down and pump, it takes a long time. So you get their machine, right? And you're in your car and you plug it up to the cigarette lighter and you put your special little bra like what is it called? A little holder.
Yeah, like there's special bras.
To hold the pumps up while you drive. And you're cruising down the road, it's late at night, and you're pumping.
Multitasking. That's a
what
pretty
noise
good
it is, yeah.
impression.
And all of a sudden you see a cop car behind you flashing the lights. You're getting pulled over. Your boobs are hanging out. Milk's all over the place. You're probably fumbling it around, spilled some in the floorboard. I don't know what's going on. You figure to yourself, you know what? I don't got time. The cop's going to walk up. So this cop walks up. She rolls down the window, and he looks inside and turns beet red. And she's like, oh, I'm pumping. And all he does is go, oh, have a good night. And turns around and leaves. So that's how you get out of a speeding ticket.
That is the most epic way to get out of a speeding
Yeah.
ticket I've ever heard. Right? I mean, I don't know if it was if the person was speeding.
Did she tell us why she got pulled over? No. Oh.
No, I don't think that. If so, I don't remember.
That's pretty awesome. Like, I'm
sorry. I would be like, if that was me, every family gathering, I'd be like, you will never guess how I got out of a speeding ticket one time. All I had to do was pump on my way home from work.
I was going home one day. I wasn't breast pumping or anything. I was driving really fast, though. Probably about 15 miles over the speed limit. Because Bob had to use the bathroom. I was only about 2 miles away from the house. I was out on the 4 lanes. And I think the speed limit was like 60. And I was probably driving 80. And I got pulled over. The cop comes up to the window. I rolled it down. I said, look, man, I'm speeding. You can give me a ticket. But can you follow me to my house? Because I'm fixing to go to the bathroom in this car. And he goes, okay. And he follows me.
Like, you didn't just have to tinkle.
No. It was fixing to smell bad in my little car. I was driving that little red car, the RX-7 or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was like a go-kart. So he follows me.
It was like it was so low to the ground.
So he follows me all the way down the 4 lanes up to the house. That's when we lived in an aluminum house with wheels. So he pulls into the driveway. He pulls into the driveway behind us. And I run inside, and I did what I had to do. And when I came out, he was gone. So I never got...
he was probably sitting there like, man... He was probably like, that poor guy.
This guy's going to come out and shake my hand.
He just had to use a bath. What if he didn't wash his hands? Like, he probably had... He either thought you were crazy, or maybe he felt really bad. Who knows? He could have been like, man, that one time I was in the car, and I had to go to the bathroom really bad. I know where he's coming from. I'm not going to give this poor guy a ticket.
Well, when I worked at Domino's, I was real close with all the cops because we'd give them food and they look out for us because it's dangerous. Delivering pizzas is dangerous.
It is.
So I was talking to one of the cops one night and they pulled a guy over. And
I take he was not pumping breast milk either.
No. So he was like, I got to use the bathroom. I'm trying to get to the bathroom, and the cop didn't believe him. And was like, no, you're not going anywhere. You sit right here. So the cop goes back and starts writing a ticket. And when he comes back, that guy, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. It was brutal.
See, that could have been you. That could have been you, Bob. That could have been you.
So we really veered off from breast pumping to pooping in cars and running from cops, huh? So I heard a rumor that you might have a fun little list for us.
I did. I compiled a list because... I don't know, just reading everybody's comments, and I kind of knew this is what was going to happen, right? Is that you have people who are like, yeah, man, this person was so nice to me, and this person was really encouraging to me, and somebody said this nice thing, and then you have somebody said this horrible thing, and this mean, critical thing, and this kind of everywhere in between.
Okay.
And that's basically what it was. And I love hearing the positive stuff. Like, one of our friends was breastfeeding a newborn baby, at a wedding. She had a wedding to go to, not long ago. And she was breastfeeding there at the wedding, at the table, I guess at reception probably. And I think it was the groom.
She said the groom, yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody else.
He came up to her and was like, you are bad A for breastfeeding this baby, doing what you got to do right here at this wedding. So I was like, that was so nice. That was really nice that they were understanding. But yeah, lots of, kind of from both sides. But anyway, I decided to compile a list kind of using everybody's comments and just my own personal experience and things that I've read. So these are in no particular order, but this is my list. It's 5 things not to say to a breastfeeding mother.
I'm honestly a little nervous about this.
What, are you scared you've said one of these things to me before?
Maybe, yeah. So... All right, here's We posted this thing and got traffic of 10,000 people. A lot of women are really passionate about this subject.
Yeah, breastfeeding in general is a very hot button topic.
I know.
People are very passionate one way or the other about it. And I know, I don't expect you or other men to understand, like, how I feel about it. Because
I don't understand.
I know I had my views on it before becoming a mom, and now being a breastfeeding mom,
You have different views?
I mean, not completely, but some things have opened my eyes, when you've been there and done that. So, I mean, everybody's can have difference of opinion, just like so many other topics. So, but yeah, it is one of those kind of things people really get freaky passionate about. Like, feed your kid, okay? One way or the other, feed your kid, and it's all good.
So as we go through the list, obviously, if I think of something, I'm going to want to talk about it. And if I say anything that is out of the way, I'm just ignorant when it comes to this subject, so don't hate me. Fair enough?
Well, that was kind of inspiration for my list, is because...
Here we go.
Well, what do you always say? Sometimes people say dumb things because they are ignorant about something.
Mm-hmm.
Ignorant as in they do not know. So we're going to make this list of things you don't say to a breastfeeding mom, okay? So that you don't get...
You're talking about the Gallagher quote. If you see something...
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
That's right.
I want you guys to take this. This is your life lesson for the episode. If you see ignorant being ignorant, you have to let ignorant know it's being ignorant, or ignorant will keep on going as if nothing's wrong.
Yep.
Okay, let's do your list.
But anyway, okay. Here we go. Like I said, no particular order. Number 5.
No particular order, but they're numbered.
Well, I got to number them.
Go ahead, go ahead.
But it's...
Number 5.
Number 5. But it's not fair to the dad. Wah, wah, wah.
That's dumb.
I didn't have, the ability, or not the ability, the opportunity to exclusively breastfeed because of, how my children's life began. If you're curious, go back and listen to some earlier episodes and we go into great detail about that. But, if that was the case and I was able to exclusively breastfeed, no bottles, nothing, would you have complained?
It's one of those hindsight.
I guess you probably wouldn't know.
Yeah,
until...
hindsight is 20/20. I'll tell you what. If we,
I know now. If I'm like, don't worry about it, I'll feed the kids. You go do something else. You're like, all right.
If we had another kid and you were able to exclusively breastfeed, I'd be all for it, because every night I come in, there's 87 bottles, pump parts. What is it, sippy cups? Not sippy cups. What are those little things called that you hook to the pump? You fill
The
them up?
snappies.
The snappies. There's like 130 things that I wash every night because you gather them up all day long. And it's fair for me to help. If I knew that you could just breastfeed and there'd be no bottles to clean, I'd be like, feed away.
I guess other people feel differently. A lot of people feel like, it's not fair to the dad because he doesn't get that bonding experience. But there's oh my goodness, there's plenty of other things you can do. Ain't nobody said it wasn't fair to dad when that baby was in mommy's belly. When she was puking all the time.
Let me talk.
I'm just saying.
Let me talk.
I'm just saying.
You shut up.
You
shut up.
I will
Let me
stab
talk.
you in the eye. Say what you gotta say. Good grief.
If the dad is not getting the bonding experience, it's because he's not a good dad. Every day that I come in from work, I don't go straight to my kids. I go take my work clothes off, put something comfortable on, but then I go lay on the floor with them. And I play with them and let them crawl all over me. You can bond without holding a bottle in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
It's very easy to do.
Like
and then you don't have to clean bottles afterwards.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's plenty of diapers to change and baths to give and cuddles and all kinds of other things. And like I said, when nobody's saying it wasn't fair to dad when she was growing that baby and going through labor and everything. Well, that's not fair to the dad.
Well, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Everybody's like, pregnancy is this wonderful, beautiful thing.
It's disgusting.
Pregnancy's gross. It's gross. The pictures we take and post on Facebook, those are beautiful. The real life is gross.
You didn't see all the puke I cleaned up right before that picture was taken. Which generally is the case almost all the time. Like, oh, they're being cute. I'm gonna take a picture. Blech, somebody pukes. Or, oh, I gotta stop and change a poopy diaper. But anyway, on to number 4.
Number 4.
Don't anybody say this to a breastfeeding mom. I mean it. Breastfeeding will make your boobs saggy.
Does it really make your boobs saggy?
No.
Okay. Whoa, easy. I told you I'm ignorant. I don't know nothing about this stuff.
I mean, this is what they say.
My boobs are saggy, and I am not breastfeeding at all.
Pregnancy in general is going to make your boobs saggy. Age, weight gain, weight loss. But the actual child suckling is not what makes your boobs saggy.
Suckling.
If you don't want your boobs to sag, don't get pregnant and stay the same age forever and ever. So, there you go.
Life tip number 2.
But I promise you,
The Bob and Katie Show 2015.
if you say that to a breastfeeding mother, the thought has probably already crossed her mind. She's probably already self-conscious about her boobs.
Where's my gun at?
So, yeah. Do not say that because she will be murdering you in her mind. Anyway, enough on that. Number 3, and this is a 2-parter.
Okay.
It's kind of like either or. Do not say, boy, your boobs are huge. You should not have no problems feeding babies. Or, your boobs are so small. How in the world are you can feed your baby? Because let me tell you, boob size is not relevant. It's not relevant. It's not relative to how much milk you make.
Are you allowed to just say, wow, your boobs are huge?
No.
So are you mad at me?
That's different.
What's that different? Oh, you mean like to a stranger or like someone? Okay. So I'm still allowed to say your boobs are huge. We're good with that?
I don't think we should be discussing that right now.
All right, fair enough. I just can't say it to a stranger because they'll get mad at me and you'll get mad at me.
Yeah, you know, regardless of whether they're a breastfeeding mom or not, you should not be commenting to a stranger on her boobs.
Okay.
Good
Fair
enough. Yeah. All right. Number 2.
Wait. Once again, I'm ignorant. So if someone does have small boobs,
They can still breastfeed.
no, I get that. But can they not hold as much milk? Ooh, I'm not the only one that's ignorant.
No, like I said, boob size, it's not relative to how much milk you can produce.
So it's not the size of the boat. It's the motion in the ocean, right?
What?
No,
That is
not the same.
That
thing?
does not apply here.
Okay. I would
Plenty
go out
of
on a
women
limb.
with small boobs have successfully breastfed babies. Okay.
I would go out on a limb, guys, and say don't ever say that to a lady.
Yeah. Just don't.
What's next?
All right. Number 2. Are you sure you should be drinking that? Are you sure you should be eating that since you're breastfeeding?
I would say it would depend on what they're drinking or no.
Say you see a breastfeeding mother and she's
Okay.
having an alcoholic drink.
Sure.
Are you sure you should be drinking that since you're breastfeeding?
While she's breastfeeding?
Now, if you see a woman at the bar and she's drinking and she's breastfeeding her baby at the same time, by all means, please say something. But if
Hey, lady. Hey, you with the boob out. I don't think you should be drinking that.
But if you see a breastfeeding mom and say y'all are out on, mommy and daddy are having a date night and she's having a glass of wine, to be sure she has already made preparations, got milk pumped ahead of time, whatnot, got the little testy alcohol strips at home to
Oh
test.
yeah, for you people that didn't know that, they make a strip that you can, the woman can squeeze a little bit of milk out onto this strip, kind of like a drug test, to find out if you have alcohol in your
Yeah.
system.
So, like I said, I'm sure
Pump and dump.
if you see a breastfeeding mom and she is having something to drink that you think she ought not to be having, like I said, I'm sure she has probably made arrangements ahead of time. And look, don't bug her. Oh my gosh.
Did you say booger?
Bug her.
Oh, okay.
Don't bug her. Don't bother her.
Leave her alone.
And a lot of people are like, oh, you can't eat spicy things when you're breastfeeding, or, there's certain things you shouldn't eat. That all depends on the baby. I was really scared about eating spicy things and then breastfeeding our children. And I remember one time I did it by accident. I had something spicy. I had like some buffalo wings or something. And then I pumped like right after and I was like, oh no. But I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, 'cause you don't want to pour that stuff out. It's like liquid gold. I worked hard to make that. So I was like, well, I'll try them, and if they act like they have any...
Wait, every time you refer to... I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I got to. Every time you refer to breast milk as liquid gold, the only thing I can picture in my head is the old Beverly Hillbillies song.
Oh my gosh.
He said, I don't remember what the words were, but like the oil started coming out of the ground. It's like liquid gold. That's all I can think of. It's the Clampets. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Did I make you lose it?
Yeah.
You lost it?
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I had pumped after eating buffalo wings, and I didn't want to pour it out, and I knew it could be okay because a lot of babies have no trouble with things like that. And I was like, well, I'm gonna let them have it, and if they act like it gives them, upset tummy, then I won't do it again. But nothing I've ever eaten has ever seemed like it affected my kids. Some babies enjoy the different flavors of the milk from stuff you eat. So, hey, you won't know unless you try. Like, as far as, like, spicy things, garlicky things, whatever. But yeah, anyway, just don't say that to your breastfeeding mom.
How many more we got left? What was that?
Just one more.
Just one more.
Just one more. It's the last one.
Let's do it.
All right. It's my own personal favorite.
Okay.
How long do you plan on breastfeeding?
That's a hot button topic.
Oh.
There's a lot of like different opinions on this.
What I hear when I'm asked that as a breastfeeding mom, when people have gone, well, how long do you plan on breastfeeding? It's like you're saying, well, why don't you just give up now? God. That's what it sounds like to me. And I shoot imaginary daggers out of my eyeballs at people when they like say that to me. Because I know, just in my own personal situation, I was pregnant with twins and I was like, okay, I'm going to try to breastfeed. I didn't know how the heck it would work out with 2 babies, and I had never even attempted it before. Oh my God. I was scared to death. So I was like, we'll try it. And after the first couple weeks, I was like, okay, we're doing this thing. It's working. I made another goal. Okay, we're gonna go to at least 6 months. And then after that, I was like, okay, it's still going good. We're gonna go to the first year, and we're almost there. But anyway, I've had people say, well, when they get teeth, you're not gonna be able to breastfeed them anymore. And in my head, it's just like,
We've talked about the teeth and the breastfeeding already.
I will prove you wrong. I will prove you wrong.
You are like, what is the word I'm looking for? You don't give up.
No, I am so darn stubborn and hard-headed.
You heard it here, folks.
When people have said that to me, like, well, when they start getting teeth, you're not going to be able to. I'm like, I will show you. That just made me go, okay, well, there's no choice. I have to do it now.
So what do you do? Like, how do you, if they start biting, what do you do? Do you get like a little baby taser?
Oh my God.
Like, I don't know. How do you do?
No, I don't tase our children.
No, I'm not. Come on, I'm making a joke.
I take them off and tell them no.
So if you bite, you can't have any more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take them off. And like, if we just got started, then, I'll take them off. No, that hurts, mommy. Don't do that. And I'll like make them wait just a minute.
Sure.
So that they understand the concept of you bite, you can't have any more. And then, like, if it happens a couple times, then I'm just like, okay, you're obviously not interested right now. But I mean, oh my gosh, every breastfeeding mom has had to deal with, okay, what do we do when baby bites? And I'm here to tell you right now, if a baby biting you and a baby getting teeth made it where you could not breastfeed anymore, the human race would not be in existence right now.
Agreed.
So anyway, that's all I really have to say about that. That's a lot of talking about breastfeeding.
Okay, there was one more. Do you mind if I say one more thing?
Oh, no, go ahead.
There was one more comment, and I wasn't prepared to talk about this one because I forgot about it. So if I get the story wrong, I'm really, really sorry.
I might remember if you start.
There was a lady, and I guess she was breastfeeding in public, and a guy walked up to her and said something to the effect of, do you like the taste of it, or something? What did she say?
I think he asked if the babies like the taste of it.
Yeah, like,
I'm like, well, they didn't say.
First of all, you creepy dude.
Yeah, that's so creepy.
I told her, I was like, you should have been like, do you like the taste of pepper spray? Because that's fixing to happen. Like, how do you just walk up to somebody and start talking about the taste of their breast milk? Ugh.
I personally don't even know what mine tastes like, so I don't know. I'm not interested.
I accidentally tasted it one time. It was I mixed it in that cereal and I forgot I did, and I tasted the cereal to make sure it wasn't too hot.
Baby cereal, by the way.
Baby cereal. Not like,
You're going to have people thinking like you're pouring breast milk for your Cheerios or something. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm trying to eat these Twix. Or is it called Twix? No, that's the candy bar, right? Trix. See, look, they're for kids. I don't even know what they are. I was trying to eat these Trix. Pour some breast milk in there.
Oh my goodness.
The rabbit got a little upset. Okay, so we have some new stuff going on with the show.
Oh, we do.
We're going to try our very best to have a set schedule from now on.
Oh, don't tell everybody that. Then we'll have to do it.
We're going to have to do it. So this episode is going to come out on a Friday night just because we had one come out just a few days ago. After Friday, we're going to try our best to put up an episode every Wednesday night. Now, the downside
Keyword
to that,
being try.
we're going to try. The downside to that is we have only a certain amount of time that we're allowed to use monthly. And to do that every week, we're going to have to cut back to 45 minutes, which I think is fine. I think that's plenty of time. So, like tonight, we do have a Dear Bobby picked out, but we're not going to have time to read it. Oh. So, we'll let you guys know we got a real good one for next week. I haven't heard it yet.
So stay tuned.
But Katie was giggling, so I look.
I thought it. Oh, I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say.
Before we go, one more time. Please go check out Foxing on Facebook. Twinsmagazine.com. You can follow them on our Twitter, not Twitter, Facebook as well. You can see us on Twitter at Bob and Katie Show. And thanks everybody for your comments, your love, your likes.
And we don't hate if you don't breastfeed. If you bottle feed your kid, it's okay. Because we do too.
As long as the kid's eating, that's what.
I don't want anybody thinking like I'm like one of them crazy oh my gosh, if you don't breastfeed your child, you don't love them. Oh, which was another one of the comments that we got. Somebody, I think a couple people said that like, oh, if you don't breastfeed your kids, you don't love them enough.
Ridiculous.
Are you kidding me? Okay. Anyway, yeah, so we are not like, oh my gosh, you need to do this or you're a bad parent. Okay. Just feed your kid. If you don't feed your kid, yeah, we're going to think you're a bad parent.
And don't throw your kids off any bridges, balconies, or out of cars. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.